Good Sunday morning, CTM Monarch families. This is Dr. C coming to you from the principal's office with our weekly Monarch Messenger newsletter. We had another great week this past week at Coleridge Taylor. It was clear that our students are getting into the swing of things in all ways, especially with our transition to more content-based activities in class. We spent a lot of time building relationships, and now we're moving into the subjects: math, science, reading, social studies, practical living, socio-emotional learning, and our special areas. So after school activities will be amping up over the next few weeks. We'll be sending out some information soon about our after school activities. Please make sure that you keep your eyes peeled for that information coming home in backpacks, and we'll send out some links as well via email and text message. Please make sure your child turns in permission slips for any after-school activities that they are interested in, and make sure that you are picking your child up on time after those activities are over. Please make sure that you're also completing your child's enrollment paperwork online or on our enrollment forms, and I'll send out a link for that hopefully today. As a school, we began content, like I said, in earnest this past week. Please, please, please make sure your child gets at least 8 hours of sleep each night so they're ready to learn each day. We've had some students that are struggling to get back on the program of school Monday through Friday. Remember, we have a difference between home rules and school rules. And at home, maybe the rules are that your student doesn't have to keep their hands to themselves at all times. But at school, that is a school rule, and we have high expectations around that part of our Monarch 3. So students should be always keeping their hands, feet, and body to self. And if they don't, there will be consequences. Additionally, MAP testing will be beginning hopefully this week. That is the measure of academic progress. We take that assessment 3 times a year, once in the fall, once in the winter, and once in the spring, and that helps us determine their growth. It is a very Montessori thing to make sure that we use scientific methods to determine students' growth. Kindergarten students will be continuing the Brigance assessment. Parents, if you have not turned in the parent survey for the Brigance, and this is for kindergarten parents, please make sure you turn that in as soon as possible. That came out this past week. The teachers and our staff need that to determine students' kindergarten readiness and what they're ready for next. Some additional notices and reminders: we are still in the COVID red zones. That means masks are required for all students, staff, and visitors. No exceptions. So if you come into our building, you must have a mask on. Please make sure you are masked if you come into our building. Remember, pre-K tuition is due on My School Bucks each Monday of each week. And again, our school-wide expectations of the Monarch 3, you can see it over here on the side: kind words, kind actions, hands, feet, and body to self, and stay in area. Those are very important, and all of our school rules spring from these big three. I have also included a link if you want to see what we're talking about at school each day, our daily broadcast. You can check it out. You can see our SEL curriculum in action. I do a video every day for our students to watch in class as part of their morning meeting in class. Again, after school activities, if you have questions about that, reach out to Mr. Baker and Coach Stefan. We hope to have a list for the entire year issued this week. Miss Metcalf has included her Counselor's Corner newsletter for September. You can see that link here. Please check that out. She will be out all this week. Miss Metcalf will be out all this week. If you have questions or you need assistance, please email me, Dr. Carmichael. Dismissal information: we are still having issues with parents switching their transportation during our dismissal. If your child is listed as a car rider, they need to be picked up in the car rider line. If they are listed as a walker, they need to be picked up at the walker door. Please do not change those transportation routes. It is very difficult for us to get 400 kids out of the building in the time that the district has allotted us. And if we have switch ups in the middle of our work, it makes it difficult. And we also want to make sure we get your kid to you as quickly as possible. Again, early pickup is strongly discouraged to support student learning and that orderly dismissal. So there's a cutoff time, and I'm going to share that again real quick so you can see it. From 2:45, that's the cutoff when transportation changes are to be made. Please, please, please do not email Dr. Carmichael and expect me to see it at 2:45. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It's important that you call the office. We have a very new phone system. It is very difficult to use. It is an internet-based phone system, so just be patient with that when you make that call. Our office is closed from 3 p.m. until 4:05 p.m. every day. Our office is closed from 3 to 4:05 p.m. every day so that we can get students dismissed. And if you arrive during that time, we ask that you kindly, calmly, respectfully, and patiently wait outside of the building until 4:05. If we have issues with family members being disrespectful to our staff that are working the front door, that will not be tolerated and it will be addressed. If you're visiting the school, make sure you have your ID and your mask. Those are the rules. Make sure that if you're a car rider or walker parent, you have your card displayed and your ID ready. We have a lot of staff that are in transition, either supporting in the building because we are short staffed classified staff wise. So please make sure you have that information ready. Be patient with our office staff, as I just said. And I wanted to remind folks that we're getting some new classroom audio that should be coming in a couple weeks or maybe a month or so. We were the third school on the district's list to have that survey, so hopefully that will mean that we'll get our stuff pretty quickly, but it's going to be really awesome for our students and our teachers. We have some families and some students that may need some counseling support. We have our counseling request listed below if you want to check that out. If you think that you or your student might need some counseling support, we can help you out with that. And then again, we have a series of open classified positions at Coleridge Taylor, from instructional assistant to office staff. Please know that there are some requirements, either to have a high school diploma, a certain number of college credits, or to take a online assessment. If you have questions about that, be sure that I can help you. Please email me and I'm happy to share what I know about those jobs and the requirements. Please know that the slate of candidates is not decided by anybody in this school. It is only decided by the district staff and HR. If you have questions, please reach out. We're going to have another great week of learning. We're looking forward to starting September off right. Again, remember that August 29th through September 2nd is a full 5-day week. The following week, not this current week that we're getting ready to start, but the week after, is a holiday week. It'll be a 4-day week, so be mindful of that as we celebrate the Labor Day holiday. If you have questions or need any assistance, feel free to reach out. This is Dr. C from the principal's office. Peace.